Time now 6:36. It has only been a few weeks since kids went back to school, but for single parents, it can be a very stressful time. There's just a different set of challenges that a lot of them face, often without spousal support. Our Lakita Johnson spoke with a single mom who has a unique circumstance, but she's making the best of her situation. Good morning, Lakita.
Good morning, Erin. So the single mom of 3 is putting her babies through school mostly on her own. She says it's a challenge since the father of her children has been incarcerated for 4 years now. But even with that being their situation, she says they still find a way to make things work and co-parent for the betterment of their children. She shares advice and tells us how they're successful at it. Take a look.
You have to have that foundation of both parents, no matter how bad the situation is.
Brandy Thomas says the way you co-parent matters. It's the key to keeping your kids on track for school and in their personal lives.
I've realized a lot of things that I see in other kids because they seem to kind of side with one parent and not the other parent, but it's because the parents don't have their relationship to where, okay, we are still parents before we're friends.
Brandy says the father of her kids is incarcerated, which hasn't made this process easy at all. But her main goal is to make sure that her kids still have a strong bond with their father.
We still do visitations. We still celebrate his birthday. Our daughter just went to kindergarten. This is her first year. So, of course, on her first day of school, we did visitation so he can see her uniform because he was never an absent father.
She says if her kids didn't have this relationship, it would be even more work for her.
They still have to wait till he calls and say, well, Dad, can I do this? Because my mama said I can't, or, give me some information. Like last night, we had a conversation with my son about phones. And I'm like, you cannot go to sleep with your phone. You don't need your phone. So it's like we still have to parent whether he's in jail or not.
Senior Litigation Attorney Eiko C with Cordell and Cordell, which is a domestic litigation firm that primarily practices family law and divorce, says if co-parenting isn't successful, a parenting plan should be considered, which determines who the primary parent will be and shows the individual obligations.
A lot of times when you have a parenting plan in place, that holds both parents to the fire of what their obligations and responsibilities are. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to have a parent that's going to go against the grain and not follow that parenting plan. However, when there's the threat of litigation, having to come back before the court to explain why you're not abiding by those obligations, that tends to hold that parent more accountable.
Says communication is the foundation to co-parenting, and to take it a step further, Brandy says parents should regularly schedule individual time with each child to show them that they are seen and heard. Back to you.